In a world that never stops moving, where time feels like it's always slipping through our fingers, we all face moments of hesitation, moments when starting seems harder than waiting. So, let's kick things off with a little honesty, a moment of reflection that all of us can relate to. Raise your hand if you've ever found yourself saying, "I'll do it tomorrow," fully knowing that tomorrow has a mysterious way of becoming someday that never comes. Have you watched as deadlines approach, feeling the pressure build yet somehow unable to break the cycle? Raise your hand. If you're ready to confront the reasons behind your procrastination, understand why we delay, and more importantly, how we can overcome it. Are you prepared to take that first crucial step toward not just dreaming about goals, but actively achieving them? If you found yourself raising your hand, even if it was just in your mind, you're not alone. At Raise Your Hand, we believe in turning procrastination into action and inaction into productivity. Together, we'll explore the whys and hows, sharing strategies, stories, and support to help us all move forward. Welcome to Raise Your Hand, where we dive into the challenges that hold us back and discover how to push past them together. Today, we're tackling procrastination head-on, so let's get started. In today's journey, we will break free from the chains of procrastination and take charge, turning procrastination into a tale of yesteryears. So, strap yourselves in as we discover ways to shatter this cycle and take control of our lives, transforming ourselves into productivity superheroes. Today, we're plunging into the complex depths of the procrastination pool. Yet don't fret, we're here to swim, not sink. Procrastination isn't merely about vegging out on the sofa or opting for Netflix marathons over real ones. It's a whole lot more intricate and yes, even intriguing. So, what's the actual scoop on procrastination? First, it's time to shatter a prevalent myth. Procrastination isn't equivalent to laziness. Laziness is about basking in comfort, while procrastination is akin to being trapped in a mental swamp. Our brain raises a red flag when we're confronted with a task that might lead to potential failure, judgment, or the terror of not being perfect. Envision this. You're on the verge of initiating a project and suddenly your mind whispers, "What if I mess up?" Here's a typical response. You might find yourself cleaning your entire space from top to bottom because, well, if you never start, you can't fail, can you? Fear fuels procrastination. Fear of failure, scrutiny, and being imperfect. But here's an unexpected twist. Although procrastination might pose as your protective ally, it's a deceptive adversary, luring you into a vortex of stress. It's like a ticking bomb, exacerbating your anxiety as deadlines begin to loom. So, how do we defuse this ticking bomb? The solution hinges on accepting that making mistakes is entirely okay. It's normal to fall short of perfection, and yes, receiving some criticism is all part of the journey. After all, learning and growth are all about tripping, picking ourselves up and moving forward. Now let's share a speedy yet impactful strategy to tackle procrastination. The 5-minute rule. Just dedicate a mere 5 minutes to the task you've been putting off. It's like testing the waters before you plunge in completely. Often taking that initial step is the key to breaking the shackles of procrastination. As we wrap up our deep dive, remember that procrastination is far from laziness. It's a complex dance with our fears and insecurities. But here's the kicker. By understanding the underlying reasons for our and gently pushing ourselves to take small, manageable steps, we can learn to take the lead in this dance instead of merely following. Embarking on a quest to solve the enigma of procrastination, we're set to transform intimidating tasks into effortless endeavors. Wondering how? The key lies in mastering the technique of task decomposition. Visualize this. Converting an intimidating mountain into an array of manageable hills. Intriguing, right? Take the example of building overwhelming tasks, sure. But what if we break it down to simply laying one brick at a time? Suddenly, the monumental challenge dwindles to a simple, manageable action. This perfectly illustrates the power of segmenting tasks into smaller, achievable portions. Let's put this theory into practice. Imagine you're assigned to write report. Instead of being stumped by a blank screen, initiate by drafting the main sections. These sections individually, starting with the easiest or the most interesting one. You'll find yourself with a completed report and significantly reduced stress levels. To make the process even more seamless, why not include some planning tools? Utilize a planner or a digital application to note down these micro-tasks, setting deadlines for each. This sets clear milestones, acting like guiding markers on your path to success. Now diving into the big question, why do I procrastinate? It's crucial to decode source of your hesitation. Could it be fear of failure, lack of interest, or uncertainty about the task? Unmasking these underlying factors is the first step tackling them head-on. Remember, adaptability is your greatest asset in this journey. It's not only okay but also necessary to adjust your strategy when you encounter roadblocks. After all, every adventure has its unexpected detours. Now here's a dash of motivational wisdom. Cherish every small triumph, every hill you've ascended. These victories are not just towards your goal, they're evidence of your progress, your determination, and your ability to conquer procrastination. So, when you're faced with a formidable task, remember these steps. Dissect it, map out your plan, understand and confront your fears, stay flexible, and rejoice in every minor victory. This method may be simple, but it's incredibly effective. Are you ready to tackle life's challenges one task at a time? If this deep dive into productivity has piqued your interest, don't hesitate to subscribe. Join us as we uncover more techniques to beat procrastination and embark on thrilling productivity adventures. Ever felt like your workspace was a chaotic jungle instead of a serene haven? You are certainly not alone, but don't worry. Today we embark on a journey to transform this chaos into tranquility, one paperclip at a time. Let's delve into the enchanting arena of workspace wizardry, where clutter vanishes with a mere flick of the wrist, or more realistically, some sorting and organizing. Visualize this, a desk so spotless that your thoughts can dance across it without stumbling over a single pen. Why is that important? It's because science indicates that an uncluttered area isn't just visually appealing, it also soothes the mind. Are you with me so far? Your visual cortex certainly breathes a sigh of relief when it isn't dodging distractions. What about the digital domain, you ask? Oh, the notorious digital dungeon filled with notifications pop up like gremlins. Cast them out. Switch off those notifications and witness your concentration thrive, free from the constant ping interruptions. Now, let's discuss ambiance. Making your workspace inviting is like setting the stage for a blockbuster Broadway show starring you. Whether it's the gentle glow of the perfect lamp, a chair that understands your comfort, or a plant that's not just decorative, it's your oxygen-giving friend, these elements transform your desk into a destination, not a prison. Remember, this isn't just about creating a workspace that's visually pleasing, it's about crafting a sanctuary where your productivity can blossom. So take a moment to look at your workspace and ask, what can I adjust to make you even better? Whether it's getting rid of unnecessary items, diving into your digital dungeon to eliminate distractions, or adding personal flair to your space, every minor modification is a step towards becoming the productivity ninja you were destined to be. In the realm of productivity, there is a potent antidote to procrastination called setting reasonable goals and deadlines. Think of it like standing at the foot of an enormous mountain, the summit hidden in the clouds. The magnitude of the task can be immobilizing, making the most challenging part not the task itself, but the act of initiating. Ponder this. What if I don't meet my goals? Here's a secret. Falling short, missing the mark, and even retracting some steps are all integral to the journey. Allowing oneself the room to falter is not just acceptable, it's essential for advancement. We're in the pursuit of progress, not perfection. Envision a writer setting a goal to write 2 pages every day. They're not tormented over penning a perfect narrative in one go. They jump in, knowing the true artistry emerges in the continual refinement of their words. The same principle applies to all endeavors. Moving on, let's discuss the deceptive allure of distractions, experts at diverting us from our targets. They're the unseen obstacles that risk derailing our concentration. The solution? Establish your surroundings as a stronghold against these distractions. Create a space where diversions are expelled and focus can thrive. The act of setting reasonable goals and deadlines is a powerful motivator. It's like flipping a switch that lights up the path ahead, propelling you forward. It's the catalyst that triggers the action, the key to breaking the chains of procrastination. So, when you find yourself in procrastination's grasp, staring up at that metaphorical mountain, remember, set achievable goals and deadlines. These simple acts are the initial steps on your journey to the summit. They don't just set you in motion. They transform the journey itself, turning intimidating tasks into markers of progress. Let's welcome the adventure of goal setting and deadline making with all its missteps and reroutes as we navigate our way through the academic landscape of doing and achieving. As we traverse the maze of overcoming procrastination, let's pause to review the gems we've uncovered today, seasoned with a dash of lively commentary to lift our spirits. We began by tackling a popular misconception head-on. Procrastination isn't merely lazing about, it's our brain's intricate plan to elude failure and criticism. Visualize your brain donning a superhero cape, striving to protect you from danger, albeit slightly misguided. Next, we explored the magical art of transforming a mountain of chores into a series of molehill-sized tasks, splitting them into smaller, bite-sized portions. It's much like converting an intimidating feast into delightful snacks. You don't consume an entire cake in a single bite, do you? Well, unless it's an irresistibly delicious cake. Apply this same concept to your tasks. Slice it up. Creating a serene workspace isn't solely about eradicating physical clutter, it's about muting the digital chatter. Consider it as establishing a fortress where distractions are the dragons lurking on the outskirts. Your fortress is tranquil, a haven where focus flourishes and tasks cower in apprehension. Let's touch upon the subject of goals and deadlines again. Setting them is akin to drafting a treasure map. It furnishes a distinct path to follow and a glaring X that signifies the treasure. But keep in mind that the pathway to wealth is rarely straight. That's where adaptability comes into play. Be equipped to sail around and explore uncharted territories. And rewards? They're the victory spoils, making the expedition productive and enjoyable. Oh, the power of commencing. Taking that initial stride is like igniting a rocket's engine. It might be the most challenging segment, but once you're airborne, there's an entire galaxy waiting to be explored. So, as we conclude today's voyage, dissecting tasks, fostering a focused milieu, charting your journey with goals and timelines, staying adaptable and rewarding yourself are not mere steps but substantial leaps toward mastering procrastination. Each minor action is a spark that brightens the path, demonstrating that the expedition to dominate procrastination begins with the fortitude to start. Transforming procrastination into productivity isn't just about finding the right tips and tricks. It's about building a community that inspires and supports each other every step of the way. And that's exactly what we're building here at Raise Your Hand. Every video, every story, and every tip we share is designed to not just inform, but to empower and motivate. But our journey doesn't end here. It's just getting started. If today's conversation sparked a change, if you felt that nudge to shift from later to now, then you're already on your way, and we'd love to accompany you further. By subscribing to Raise Your Hand, you're not just joining a channel, but becoming part of a community dedicated to making procrastination a thing of the past. So don't put it off. Click that subscribe button, ring the bell to stay updated, and share this journey with friends who might need that same push towards action. Together we can turn someday into today. Let's make procrastination a word we used to know, and let's do it together. Remember, raising your hand is the first step towards tackling any challenge. So raise your hand, hit subscribe, and let's embark on this journey together. Here's to moving forward, one step at a time.